What's going on, everyone? I just wanted to stop by real quick for this podcast starts and say you should like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on all my social medias at John D. Klauser. It's literally the same name as the name that you subscribe to on this YouTube channel. So enjoy this clip, and I'll see you guys on the other side. A lot of moving on this.
Don't be saying negative things about me.
Welcome to The John Show with your host, John Doogie Klauser.
What's going on, everyone? How are you? If you guys knew the difficult maneuvers I had to take to get to this seat to start this podcast, you'd be really impressed by that, and you'd probably give this video a thumbs up, which you should be doing right now. But guys, how are you? This is episode 59 of my podcast called The John Show with your host John D. Klauser. And every week you think I would eventually fix this, but I don't. I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't mind it like sliding up. This microphone's sliding up out of my face, out of the way, where it's harder for me to, talk into a microphone and make it sound decent. So we're here, guys. Like I said, it's episode 59. God, can you believe I've been doing this that many times? It is very, 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 very remarkable that I do this. But I'm here. I'm trying to bust this episode out real quick before Aaron and Dayton get here, and so we're going to be doing the Cool Baby podcast. But anyway, I digress to tell us to sit down and talk about our show, my show, this show. What is up? So I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe. I'm assuming some of you guys have been getting vaccinated because, posting it online, it is so great. You know what's so funny? What I find hilarious, when people post, their pictures of getting vaccinated, they cover their name. And the thing is like most of the time, like I'm seeing these pictures on Facebook. So it's like, dude, why are you covering up like your last name when like I already know your name? Like, dude, you're posting this on Facebook. Like, it's very easy to figure out who this is and what your last name is. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Like, what are you thinking? Someone's going to be able to, maybe it's so like someone can't like Photoshop it or take a copy of it and then use it as their vaccine. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, John, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. The thing sometimes, guys, what you have to do is you have to start making fun of a group of people on something, then to come back to find out that actually you're really the fucking moron, which is normal. I am so used to figuring that out. I'm so used to being the moron out of the group, which is fine. It's like, hey, I went to college, I graduated, I have a degree, so I'm not totally stupid. But yeah, it always weirded me out. I'm like, why are you covering your name up on that picture? But I guess that makes sense. Like, the thing is, like, I do enough social media stuff where like I don't get any like any validation from posting a picture like that. I'm like, hey, I have a podcast, go check that out. If you don't, okay, it's cool, I'm gonna go fuck off now. And that's my thing. That's what I do. Because I'm like, you know what? You don't want to see a lot of me. And you know what? To tell you the truth, I really don't want to see a lot of you. So the thing is, like, get a podcast like I feel like a normal person should do. Sit in a room and then talk. And then, like, hey, if people want to listen, they'll sit down and take time out of their day to listen to you talk. But so we're here. Like I said, we're here. Like, I don't know. So lately, I've been talking about it because I've talked about it on my other podcasts. I'm not really that big fan of music. It's just, I don't understand. I think hold on real quick. Aaron called me, or Aaron texted me saying he's on his way. See, they told me that they were going to get here at 9:30. Yo, I'm doing my podcast right now. I just started. I have like 3 minutes left.
Okay, do you want anything, a quick trip?
Get a sparkling water.
What kind?
A flavored one. You surprise me.
Okay,
All right. You're doing great. Bye.
Thank you, you too.
Doing God's work. So that was it. Isn't that fun? You got some background. That's how people act when they're with their friends. You just saw the behind the scenes of me doing that. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that crazy? So this episode, I really didn't know. I feel like I go into every week. I'm like, you know what? Hey, I write down things on a piece of paper, or not a piece of paper, but like in a folder, and they're just little ideas. And I'm just kind of like, well, I'll use these. And then when it comes to the podcast, every time I'm like, I don't know what I was going to talk about. It's not like you didn't spend a whole week sitting down and like randomly getting ideas for something and then thinking like, oh, this might be something you could talk about. But so like what I was saying, I've been listening to I've been talking about how I don't really like music that much, and it's weird because that's what really got me into this film stuff, was because I used to watch a lot of music videos. That's the irony of this whole thing but the thing is, like, I used to get made fun of for the music I listen to, because I listen to dog shit music, a lot of emo, a lot of like post hardcore, a lot of screamo music, dude. Honestly, tell you the truth, guys, this is a true story. I wanted to be goth, like that's how I felt. I just like, I want to be goth. And because I was super preppy, that's what I was. But I just did it because, like, I'm the fucking foreign guy. I'm like, I can't do a lot of stuff because I'm already gonna get made fun of because I'm the foreign kid. So what I have to do is I have to try to blend in as much as I can, so I don't get made fun of, because I'm already getting made fun of for being foreign. So, but there was a small time in my life that I was like, you know what, maybe I say fuck it, and I should just go goth. And I really did think about it, and I don't know if I told you about this story, but like I painted my fingernails black, and then my dad saw them. He's like, nope. He's like, you know what? He's like, let's go in the backyard. I'm like, why? He's like, well, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to fight, because you're going to have to be able to protect yourself. Because if you're going to do this, then there's just going to be a lot of more negative attention brought to you. And that's kind of what I learned, that was like, okay, I shouldn't be doing more things to bring negative attention to myself. So yeah, that's kind of where I was. That's kind of where I'm at. But since I've been listening to a lot of music, I was listening to Drake, and really and what music does now, a lot of it, I don't know, maybe it's the older I get, and I'm not like, this is not really my niche of my art, and I'm like, it doesn't fill my glass as much as like film does, and doing podcasting and audio stuff. And like, because I still do, like, because I still do stuff that require like microphones and recording audio, but I just don't like recording music or anything like that. Like, I like doing audio that's related to film wise. So that's just why I feel like my movies like are probably really shitty, because like my music choices are like all that stuff, it's like dog shit, because I really don't like it. I'm like, I don't know what to do to fucking make this sound good. God damn it. And you like that? Because I just blew right into the microphone. But that's probably something I'm going to have to like start delegating. And so I've been listening to Drake, though. I've been trying to listen to some music, just trying to like, John, like, you have to like, even though you don't like doing this stuff, you still have to like listen to it and like try to find a way to appreciate it and to find some value to it. But I've been realizing a lot with Drake music is that I've never met a man, I've never listened to a man be more upset by having so much sex with beautiful black women than that man. Like, every one of his songs are just super sad. It's like, dude, you don't have to like be sad. Like, I like, why are you upset? You just had sex with a beautiful girl. Like, yeah, she's calling your cell phone. Yeah, now move on. Now delete the number and move the fuck on. Because, the best way, they say, I don't know if this is true or not, but they say the best way to get over a girl is to get underneath another one. So why don't you do that instead of just sitting here talking about these ex-girls? Oh, I think it's bombing. Because I feel like I understand. I know how it is, like, for someone like to stand in front of a group of people and bomb. Hell, I do this podcast every week, and I sit here and I fucking bomb. So to like listen to someone play music and to like be like, oh, dude, you're fucking bombing, and you're not. Oh my god. I think it is what it is. It gives me so much anxiety. So much music just gives me anxiety, that the fact that I'm like, dude, this is not good. Like, why are you singing about this? Like, you're a man. You're supposed to be a man. Like, why are you crying? Like, why are you so upset about a woman? I'm not saying you shouldn't feel feelings, because you should, but what you do is you feel them, you talk them out with a therapist, and you move the fuck on. And then like, but John, what would you say about like your podcast? Like, sometimes you talk about relationship stuff. Like, all right, okay, I get it. You haven't realized I'm a man of different type of liquids. I have beer up here. I have this. It's Splash, like Nestle Splash flavored water, pineapple mango. I really like pineapples. I really like mangoes. But I realized I'm not a big fan of like flavored water. It's like 0 calories, but like I know it's like fake. It's like that fake flavoring, and it tastes like the spray stuff, the liquid, the flavored liquid, and every time I drink it, I'm just like, I only have 2 left, but every time I drink them, I'm just like, this is something about this seems artificial, seems super artificial as fuck. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Because something else that I've been really thinking about a lot lately is that like I don't understand why people get their nails done. Like I'm super curious. Like why do people get their nails done? Because it's just the thought of having someone touching my hands. Like I don't know where their hands been. Like you would never, if someone just like handed you a papaya and it was like eat. You would be like, what? Where have your hands been? What are you doing? Like, why are you handing me a papaya? And it feels like it's quite the same way when you get your hands massaged. That it's like, why are you allowing some stranger to massage them and then to like rub on them? It's like, dude, I have clippers. I use clippers. And I use that little metal filer, and I'm like, my nails are fine. Like they're smooth, and like. My friend, she was like, your follicles they're not pushed back. I'm like, why does your follicle need to be pushed back? Like, that sounds so weird. Like, why are you pushing back skin off your fingernail? Like, these things are meant to protect the tips of your fingers. They're not like, it's an odd thing. So weird. Just because like, think about pinning your dog's nails. That's weird, right? Same thing. I think you painting your nail, but that's the reason why I'm asking. I'm curious on why do you do it? Like what about it interests you? And then let alone having someone touch my feet. Think about let alone having someone massage you. Like when I hear about this Deshaun Watson stuff, I'm like, dude, you had all these different random fucking people touch you. Like you weren't just you didn't feel worse after your massage than you did prior to getting your massage. Like I would just be like, oh, I can't believe I just had that fucking stranger touch me. I don't know I don't know where their hands have been. I don't know if they smoke cigarettes. I don't know if that shirt's clean. That shirt, that could be like day 3 or 4 of like them wearing that shirt in a row because it's a work shirt. Like, oh, and then like, what if they have cats? Like, okay, and another thing, people who have cats, quit taking pictures and posting of like your cats on your counters, on your tables, on your bed. Quit posting pictures of you like that, because what it's showing is that's dirtiness. That's dirty, because cats put their paws in litter boxes. And you might be like, John, but don't dogs. Same thing with fucking dogs. Don't let dogs do that shit either. Don't let a dog get up in your bed. Why are you letting a dog in your bed? That's so gross. That's gross. Do you not have any respect for yourself as a human? Like, come on, man. Like, you pay the bills. Like, and you're just letting this fucking chomo get up here onto the bed, whose feet are been like out in the dirt, in fucking shit. Like it's been licking their mouth, been in their mouth. It's been licking on their balls. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Would you ever ladies, would you ever want a guy licking his balls and then going laying in your bed? I don't think so. Guys, actually, I'm not going to say that. I was going to ask hey guys, would you want a girl to lick her cooter and then lay in your bed? And guys are like, yeah, if that's revs the engine up enough where I can have sex with her, why not? And I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand that. I can feel that. I can respect that. Actually, honestly, to tell you the truth, I really can. That makes sense. That makes total lot of sense. But yeah, it hurts my heart when I see when people post pictures of their nails and stuff like that. I'm like, to get that, I'm like, it's really cool that you did that, but to get there, it involved a stranger touching you. And you just want to eat. You want to. Someone handed you food, handed you a goddamn papaya. You want to take it and then eat it. You'd be like, well, where did you get this papaya? Where have your hands been? Or have you washed your hands? You understand we have a pandemic going on still? It's why are you doing this? But these are the thoughts that go through my head. This is why Exhibit 29, 69-12. Why I'm so fucking weird, and why I'm this is why I'm alone. That's why I'm a man who sits in front of a camera talking to a microphone. on the third floor of a mansion drinking beer. Because only cowboys drink Bush, god damn it. Have I not told you guys this? Have you guys not been listening? Like, what if I just got like super fucking angry and I just went off until it's like, you know what? Another thing. I felt spited. Good God. It'd be different. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I have this weird, funny little thing. You're gonna see another weird, some way. I'm gonna show you another example. I'll tell you another story of like how just goddamn how fucking weird I am. So at my job right now, we are doing a competition this month with how many steps. The person who wins gets a prize. I don't give two fucking fucks about the goddamn prize. That's not why I want to do this. That's not why I'm like super excited. So after 4 days, I have already like 110,000 steps, which is not that fucking hard. It really wasn't that hard. Just a normal day at work and then like going to the gym. But I just want to destroy. I am just a super competitive person that like I just want to know that I did more steps than all y'all. I just want to see, and I like pushing myself because like I just want to see if I can like maybe take this little like, okay, I would never normally do this. I would never calculate my steps. I would not care enough. But why not? Now that I have to, I might win a prize, big fucking deal. But the thing is like, let's see what I can do if I amp it up. Let's see what I do on a normal day. Let's see what like a normal week looks like. Because like the first week I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't add anything to my workouts. I would just, do normal, I'd go to the gym, count all those steps. Cause I have I'll show you. I have this little step counter thing. And like today's Monday. It's an off day from work and everything like that. But I have 18,355 steps today. And it's actually like pretty on the lower end. I average about 30, I'd say about 31, let's say about 31,000 steps in a day. And I'm thinking like if I get up to like 50,000, because that's the goal by like the last week, I want to be hitting 50,000 steps. So every week I'm going to try to increase it. So this week if I can get in the 40s, that'd be awesome. Because what I'm doing is like the first week normal. Second week, this is the second week, and what I'm doing, going second to the third, what I'm doing now is that like I've added walking at the gym on the treadmill for 15 minutes, and actually to tell you the truth, like I put it on 4 degrees, and I put it on like this 4-speed, and dude, I actually get a pretty good sweat. I actually get a pretty good sweat because it's just consistent. It's like, and you're going uphill, so I think that's really what it is. I think it's the fact I'm going uphill, which makes it I'm having to like continuously move a lot faster, but I'm like, I actually low key kind of enjoy this. This is actually kind of fun, it's like low impact on my knees, but I'm still getting the sweat. That's what I want. I want to get my heart rate up. And the only reason why you're sweating is because you're hot, because your heart rate's up and your internal temperature is a lot higher. And so your body's trying to cool down. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is an awesome thing that I can just incorporate. And now what I do is like, I'll keep it like on 4 and I'll just like get steeper and steeper and steeper. And then it's because it's such a low impact, but it's on such a high, the plane and the degree of it is a lot higher. So it means you're doing more work. You're doing a lot of work is equivalent of like doing like an actual jog, but you're not putting all that damn fucking pressure on my knees and my ankles. Cause last couple of weeks, like my right knee has been a little, it's been a little sore. It's been popping too. And it doesn't like pop out of place. It just pops. And the thing is, like, I think it's just because I'm not picking up my right foot. I like to do a lot of spin moves. And so I think I'm just been lazy with my feet, and I've been like, so they've been like staying in place and my whole body moves. And I'm like, John, you can't do that because that might pop. You might tear your ACL, like just doing something stupid. And then the last couple of days lately, my like ankle, back of my ankle, which is like my Achilles, where the Achilles is, I'm like, it's been a little tender, and it's like, it just feels weird. And I'm like, maybe I'm just being I'm just being like very panicky, and I'm being a worry wart. Maybe that's the best way. Cause like I tend to worry a lot about when it comes to that. As soon as I get a pain, I'm like, okay, John, let's see what this, let's mentally like start figuring out like, do we have any pain when we do this? Do we have any pain doing that? And this has been a weird one because I'm like, I think I'm just nervous because it's such a weird thing. And I just think about like all these people who, when you tear your Achilles, it's such a it takes a year to get like back to normal, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to be 32 and have to have my Achilles be tore, have to get surgery, and then be out of commission for a while and not be able to work. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to. That's like, it's a fear of mine, a huge effing fear of mine. But yeah, so I've been doing all these steps, and like the goal is like by end of the last week, the last couple of days, those last 5 days, I want to be able to get like, if I can get 50,000 steps. And if I only need a couple of them, because that's going to blow everyone out in the wall. Because like 2 days, if I get 4 days, that's 200,000. That's a lot of steps. So I'm thinking like, if I can get like 1 million steps, that'd be pretty awesome, which I don't think I'm going to hit. I'm going to probably hit like in the high 800,000 steps, I'm assuming, probably. But it's a fun thing. And I think but again, I don't give a shit about the damn fucking award. I really do not care about that. I just want to do this because I just want to see how many steps I can actually get in a month. And I'm like, because like I said, like I would never just do this by myself. I would normally I would count calories. I would do other things. Like go like lightweight and do like, only 25 pounds, and see like warm up with 10s and then do 25-pound weight, and then like, let's see how much like quick like small fiber muscles can I get with that. I just do things like, and then I would take certain foods out of my diet, put foods into my diet. That's what I do. I never do steps, but I'm like, fuck it, like let's do steps and see how cool. Let's see how good we can get at this. So yeah, it's yeah. So that's it. So I was like talking to one of my friends, and she told me that she didn't know the inside of her vagina was warm because she had never fingered herself before, which I find that so weird. That it's almost as weird as someone saying that they'd never use a Q-tip to clean their ear out. That just seems like odd too, which now, since I've said that, I'm sure there's been a lot of people that are like, well, I don't ever use Q-tips at all. Like, why would you ever use a Q-tip? I'm like, why would you never not use a Q-tip? Like, don't be stupid and shove it into your ear, but because you're only supposed to do like just the barely in part of it. And plus too, like, it feels so good. It's like one of the greatest feelings in the world, like taking a pee and then like cleaning out your ear at the same time, or like having an itch in your ear and like getting it. Oh, I don't know what's better. There's very few things better than that. Maybe seeing your team, your favorite football team, win the Super Bowl. I don't know. Maybe getting a really hot person's phone number. And then I'd probably have to say, Cuban, like maybe like rubbing out your ear. Like, I mean, like maybe the birth of your child would be a little bit better, but like like maybe that's it. Those couple things. That's it. After that, it's like, yeah, getting your, scratching your inside your ear with a Q-tip. Pretty awesome feeling. And that's one to grow on, guys. But yeah, she's like, yeah, I never ever fingered myself. So I was like, why? Like, why would I know that it's warm inside? I'm like, why would you not even assume that it is warm inside? Like, why do you think so many guys want to have sex? Why do you think we want to fuck all the time? Like, duh. Like, because it feels warm. It feels great. It feels good. Why do you think we want to get in there? Like, duh. But it's different. But, talking about, like, doing steps and being healthy and stuff. Like, I don't understand how people talk about, like, they talk about how, like, like, it's so hard for me to eat clean. It's so hard for me to eat healthy. It's like, dude, look at the stuff that we have sometimes. Like, look at donuts. It looks like something that a clown jizzed up. Like, that's something that, like, you would think that it came out of a clown dick. It's just, like, all these bright colors and it's all these sugar. Like, what are you, a fucking bug? Are you, like, so addicted? Are you attracted to these, like, different colors and bright lights and like that? So you're like, oh, well, I just cannot eat these. It's like, it's not really that hard. I eat ground beef and rice all the time. Like, yeah, would I love? Yeah, I would love to be able to eat, cheeseburger, fries, a soda every day, but I can't do that. I eat ground beef and rice every day and water, a shit ton of water. And then like on Sundays when I shoot my podcast, I drink I drink a beer or two. I might open this one later, but I'm like, fuck, dude, it's good. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna drink some water and I'm gonna fucking go to bed. I'll be good to go after I do the other podcast. But yeah, it's just it's not hard, guys. It's not really hard to just don't be an asshole. Like, how is it like? How can you like save money, but yet you can't like then like use your money like you say like a gym membership's too much money. It's like no, it's for yourself. Like you do that for yourself. You don't do it for anyone else. You get a nice expensive because I pay like $50 a month for my gym membership, and I don't give a shit. It's the best thing I do. It's like my greatest place. I love going to the gym all the time. I go there every day, even on my off days when I'm not lifting weights. You stretch, maybe do a little core workout, and sit in the sauna. And I keep telling you guys, sit in the sauna. Sit in the sauna. It'll help you. Get your vaccination maybe if you want to. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't. It's all up to you guys. It really is. I don't know. I'm like looking down. I'm looking at my clocks. Like on this one, it says like 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. And the other one, it says 25 minutes and 40 seconds. So I'm like, okay. I'm almost out. I'm almost done and over with this podcast. This podcast is almost over. And it's like, and I've used all the stuff that I wanted to talk about. I've talked about, and that's about it. Yeah, because like I actually was able to like really maneuver and put them all into my things. Like this is the first time this ever happened, and I was able to do segues, and so that was really good. And that's actually to tell you the truth, that's kind of what I wanted to work on this week. Was like I wanted to be able to go and flow in between different things and be able to like be talking about like a subject matter. Like, oh yeah, well, talking about, deodorant, and then, being able to delay that and put that into and bridge it into like, oh yeah, how people are not healthy, and, things like, dumb. And that's what you do. It's always fun because I've been doing, like I told you guys, I've been doing this 59 times. So like I eventually have to start like doing different things and figure out different like ways to make this interesting for me to do. Cause I'm just sitting here talking. And it's like, cause I think it's ridiculous that if anyone would listen to this, I thank you so much for listening. It was so funny because I had this kid, he sent me this guy, he was a musician, and he's like, I want to let you know, like, I really like your podcast. I listen to it every week. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. That's cool as fuck. Like, thank you so much. He's like, yeah, dude, just, keep it up. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, dude, I'm just being a dipshit over here. And it's so funny because, like, I was really pissed off a couple weeks ago because one of my videos got taken down, and it was simply just because, like, in the description, there was nothing that was hateful that was said throughout the podcast, but it was one of the ones that Aaron writes. And so, like, Aaron writes these ridiculous descriptions on purpose to get attention, and it got attention. It did what it was supposed to do. It got some attention, and people were like, oh, I can't believe that you said that. And then I think it got reported or something, but yeah, it got taken down, which is fine, I guess. I understand. I get it. I get how it looks if you don't see the context of the podcast, if you just see the description, how it said that, because we called someone a pedophile and a pedophile. But it is what it is. It's funny. Like, but the thing is, like, every great artist gets censored. So the best way to describe this is that, like, because that video got taken down, I'm now considered a great artist because great artists sometimes get censored, and I got censored. And that's one really to live off of. And I think that's probably where I'm going to end this podcast. So if you've gotten this far, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you've gotten this far, it's ridiculous that I talk and I'm able to sit here in my room and I talk. And it's so awesome. Every time I look at this, and that's a really cool accomplishment. I really hope you guys do something that every week you're like, you know what, I'm going to get a little bit better. I'm going to try to get a little bit better. And I know I'm going to be dog shit at this for a long time. And I'm going on my 60th episode. I've just knocked down 59 of these. But yeah. So yeah, be safe, guys. Wash your hands. Get a vaccine if you want. Don't get a vaccine. It is what it is. Let your dog lick you in the mouth. And I hope you guys are safe and sound. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at this point. All right. Well, bye. 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 Bye.